Hey guys, so this episode comes from the same recording session as the last episode that went up, so there are obviously still the same technical difficulties that you heard last week. So, sorry about that. Fortunately, I'm not talking as much this episode. So, yeah, hope you enjoy the show. Welcome back to the Shaping Forecast. I realised I didn't introduce you guys at the start before, so I'm assuming I don't think anyone will be coming in new.
No one
but
fucking cares
joining
who
me
we
is
are.
Exact. Thank you, Grace. And also Nick's here too, and I'm James. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, listeners.
So, Grace, why don't you tell us about some car sex?
Oh, for God's sake. Okay, so my day, and possibly my week's been ruined by learning about Crowley from Good Omens deciding to nip in his car and jerk off.
So it is Saturday, so if your week is ruined, it's only like another weekday.
Yeah, but just
Didn't you read this beforehand, though?
You know, time is an illusion, and so it's just because Sunday is tomorrow doesn't mean it's an instant reset. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
It's like, yeah, it's a new
Fair
year,
enough.
new me. No, it's not. You were a bitch yesterday, you're going to be a bitch today. Like, don't give me that. Either way,
I see.
back to the thick.
This is where I'm going to get my life ruined.
So this is called Paradise by the Dashboard Light. It's called Oh Lord, Heal This. I can't fucking read that. Ow.
So that's by
A-O-A-B... Salem. Oh, fucking hell.
It's Oh Lord, Heal This, Oh Absalom.
Oh, Absalom. Okay.
Absalom.
That. Okay. Cool. And, Alright, so I suppose I should go through the characters in this are Crowley and the Bentley from Good Omens. The one specifically listed as a character, but in the additional tags it says sex with car. The Bentley is not sentient, so does it classify as a character? I don't know. I don't know why I'm nitpicking. It just confused me.
I mean, my concern here is if the Bentley isn't sentient, can it consent?
Clearly fucking not. So
That's...
Well, there is a disorder out there, isn't there, where people fall in love with inanimate objects.
This is what it starts off with.
Yeah, I think one of the famous ones was, I think there was a lady who fell in love with the Berlin Wall.
Oh, no.
Yes, there was a documentary a while back about a woman who tried to marry the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, yeah, that was another one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. God's sake.
So I noticed this has won an award.
What?
If you check the notes.
What?
Yes, it did. It did.
Yeah.
Where? Where?
In the notes.
Where in the notes?
Notes section.
I can't
Where
fucking
it says
find
notes,
the notes.
Grace, at the top.
Winner of this week's This Made Me Horny and I Don't Like It award.
Oh shit! Yeah, written for perfectly horrid velocipedes, where oh lord, this discourse gets together to write terrible, ungodly crackpot, and write our best, worst fic in 300 words or less. Oh my god.
I love the summary.
So this is a short fic then?
Yeah.
Oh no, so it's meant to be 300 words or less, but I noticed this is 900 words.
Yeah, they went over.
Maybe they got carried away.
Wherein almost all of us go over the word limit. So everyone went over, and therefore this was the best one.
Oh, okay.
Because no one followed the fucking rules. Nice.
Typical.
But you know...
But hey, they won, so good on them.
I mean, you know, artistic license.
I do love the summary.
Yeah.
Particularly the line, it's explicit, it's wet, it's the worst. I'm not sure if I hate myself for writing this or I'm writing this because I hate myself.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And then the notes, this is not representative of who I am. I just have a new hobby, that's all.
Oh, God. And we can say a thank you to Nothing Gold Can Stay for all of your amazing work putting this monstrosity of an event together. We adore you, apparently. Yes, thank you
So if
for this.
this sounds like it's a regular thing.
Yeah. Like, it was.
Interesting.
Well, apparently it's a Discord server.
Oh, maybe we'll have to investigate that.
Like, fuck, I'm investigating these weirdos. No way.
Yeah, hang on. What are we going to say? Hi there. We're the three people who have just spent half an hour pulling your fanfic to bits.
Give us
Fair
another
point.
one, yeah.
Okay, so tell us about this.
So it starts off with Crowley. He's watching a television program about addictions, and he's finding it quite amusing. He sees like there's this bloke snogging a red Chevy. What's a Chevy, Nick?
It's a Chevrolet.
Yeah,
it's a brand of car.
is it a fancy car or is it like a shit car? Is it a pickup truck?
Chevrolet is American. So sort of over there, they were famous for a few of the famous models was the Camaro, which was like a big muscle car, the Silverado, which was a pickup truck. Over here, they are more known for when they came over here, they didn't bring us all the chrome and big engines that we wanted. They decided to rebadge some models from the car manufacturer Daewoo.
Okay.
Ship them over here as Chevrolets. So
Okay.
that's what Chevys are known for in Britain, but of course in the United States they were. I don't know so much now, but they do produce quite desirable cars.
Okay.
So we're learning something today.
I'm hoping this will be educational, if anything. Just
but
from Nick alone.
I think I've seen that documentary, and that Chevy, if memory serves me correctly, was a Lumina, which is like just like a 4-door.
Hold on, you've seen the documentary this fake is referencing.
Are you shitting me, Nick?
Yeah, I think so. Hang on.
Oh my god.
Man in love with Chevrolet.
So you're Googling this now?
Are you telling me that the writer has actually done their research?
I'm sure there was like something going about on YouTube a while back about a guy who genuinely was in love with his Chevy.
Yeah, I think I found it.
And I think it was a red Chevy Lumina.
If that car's a Chevy, then yes, I found it. It's certainly red. If you type in "man in love with car," it comes up the 4-minute clip on YouTube.
Man in love with car. There it is. Hang on a sec.
Oh my god.
So the car is called Chase.
Oh god.
And if it's a Chevy, that makes a lot of sense. And that's quite a funny joke.
Chase the Chevy.
It is.
Yeah,
it is a Chevy. I'm not
So Chevy Chase was an actor?
Oh,
is an actor?
For fuck's sake. Okay. Okay, I think... Did we tangent? I think we tangent there.
This is a tangent.
This is a tangent, yeah. I'll look up the make of the car.
Points to the author though for at least doing some research.
Yeah.
So Crowley's watching TV, watching the YouTube video we found quite easily. That's impressive.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, so he's kind of wondering, which demon do I know back at the workplace got this fucking idiot to fall in love with his car? Or maybe this guy came up with it on its own. You don't know. Humans are weird, he thinks. He's supposed to, meet up with the Aziraphale later, so he gets out of his flat, goes in his car, and he's thinking, oh, God, don't be absurd. But maybe.
Oh, well.
It's like, oh, God. And he's starting to reason with himself. It's like, I've masturbated in lots of strange places, there's nothing different about this. God. He finds a fucking dark alleyway somewhere. And the car couldn't quite fit, but it doesn't matter, it did anyway. So maybe he's completely... I don't know if his car's magically squeezed itself into an alleyway or he's just completely taken the sides off. But
I'd assume something magical.
he's going to ruin his car anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
Nick,
no pain.
Do cars usually have dignity that they can lose?
Well, there is.
Oh god.
It's not quite a dignity, but it's more like a feeling. It's like if you go to Miami, right, and you buy a speedboat, especially from the 1980s or 1990s, you know that almost definitely somebody has shot everywhere. A porno. Yeah, somebody has shot a porno on your boat.
I see.
Okay. Right.
That makes a lot of sense. I wasn't sure where you were going with that analogy.
Yeah,
but
it's like why I won't go near people carriers, because you know that at some point
it's been a fake taxi.
Well, no, some shitty kid has chucked up all over the upholstery.
Oh right, okay.
And you'll never get that disgusting smell out getting into.
And you wouldn't think that with a Bentley typically.
I'd like to think that a Bentley would have been, any Bentley which I went out and bought would have been sort of looked after in ways befitting of such a car with such high value.
And not full of devil semen.
No.
So
he drives the car into this dark alleyway.
Yeah, rams it between two houses. And, shut up, Nick. I can hear you giggling. Okay, and he thinks, I'll put a bit of music on, so he rifles through the glove compartment, like, throwing about all these corrupted CDs that have all got Freddie Mercury singing on them. Which is in keeping with the law, you'll be pleased to know.
That's canon.
Yeah.
In fact, that's canon to the books and not the show, so they've done even more research.
Ooh. Oh, really?
Why? Yeah, they don't mention the Queen thing in the show.
But weren't they not all singing Queen songs?
They do, but they don't mention that.
They don't need to mention it if it's...
No, here's the thing. In the books, any CD that is placed in the Bentley eventually becomes a Best of Queen album.
Oh, okay.
Like, you could take I don't know, Wham! Or something like that, leave it in the car long enough, and eventually, like, Freddie Mercury creeps in, and then then all the guitar changes and all of that, okay. And eventually it's Best of Queen.
Okay.
So that's why they always use Queen in the Bentley. It's because that's the only songs that play in it.
Okay.
Well, it really is my car.
Oh, God.
So props to them for getting that.
Either way,
but yeah, sorry to
apparently he twists his wrists in the air a couple of times until he was holding a new CD. Something soothing, it leaves it as, oh god, this is where it starts getting weird, okay.
Oh, now it's getting weird.
Now it's getting weird.
Now it's getting sexual weird. He slips the car into neutral and his dick from his pants, closed his eyes, focused on the sound of the engine. So he's still got the engine running. This isn't weird. It feels oddly nice to hear the purr of the engine, imagining the pistons pumping up and down. Now that was an image. It felt good. He pressed his foot down harder on the accelerator, ripping a roar from under the hood. Oh my god, Crowley blessed. The fingers of his left hand squeaking against the leather of the seat. Right fist working his cock hard and fast. So you get a picture of what's going on here, really.
So he's beating off to the engine.
Yeah, he's revving and getting off on the... Yeah. Either way.
Is this a known thing, Nick?
Oddly enough, no. I don't think I've ever been turned on by an engine.
That surprises me.
It's like you sort of think about them. It's like if you sit on a bus, you can hear what's happening on a bus.
You just have to sit and cross your legs for a bit.
No, but if you can sort of sit and you can actually hear the pistons going up and down, valve train working, because you sat right on top of the engine with usually on a bus, no fucking soundproofing.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, I like cars, but I don't like them that much.
Is that right?
Yeah, not that much.
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm just reading ahead and I'm seeing what else Crowley decides to do
Yeah.
Yeah.
involving the gear stick.
Oh no.
So, oh yes. But first, he likes to sort of fiddle about the place. He tries a couple of strange positions with the dashboard and the steering wheel, throwing his legs about. God's sake, I don't. He starts putting a finger up his ass. God.
Yeah, I notice he at least has the decency to stretch before he tries to fit the entire gear stick up there,
Yeah.
which is an important thing to do.
I mean, snakes have like. They can dislocate their mouths, but I don't think he can dislocate his arse, so he's gonna have a bit of trouble.
I hadn't even thought of that. Just going with like demon magic, maybe, but
I don't know why
his
that.
snaky butthole.
Either way. Okay. He uses. For fuck's sake. He uses the gear stick as essentially a toy and lowers himself on it and uses it to, angles it at his prostate. So it doesn't mention which gear he had to put it in to angle it at the prostate. So, maybe if the author could do some research and tell us, maybe we can tell you whether it's first, second, third, fourth, or fifth, or reverse that hits your prostate. That might be some good information. Do some more research for us, please.
Well, it's oddly enough, I can tell you which gear he was in.
Oh my god, what? Hang on. You were denying it earlier, Nick. What's all this?
Yeah.
He sat there with the engine running. If he was in a gear, the car would be moving forward or it would have stalled.
I'm
so he's in neutral.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, alright, yeah, that's fair. No, he didn't say he put it in neutral earlier. I just assumed that he'd have to put it in a different gear.
Yeah, that's it. And
I'm sorry, Nick.
I can imagine. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never tried this, oddly enough. But I can imagine it's kind of hard to ride the gear stick and keep the clutch pressed in at the same time.
So maybe, like your car, this Bentley has a mind of its own and can choose not to be moving.
Yeah.
Despite how he's angled the gear stick to get to his prostate.
Yeah, but apparently the car's not sentient.
No.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Oh.
Read the tags, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at this today. Clearly. Whoops. So he lowers himself onto the gear stick. He manages to fit the gear stick, which is impressive.
Hang on, no. Hang on. What you were saying earlier, Nick. He says he slowly lowered. He lowered slowly on the gear stick, his face contorting in pleasure, releasing a human guttural groan. The engine revved hard, shaking the rod inside him.
Huh.
Can you rev it when it's in neutral? You can.
Yeah, that's. Well, yeah, without it moving, but of course you've got to be pressing on the accelerator.
Yeah, so he's got a fucking leg all the way down there.
Oh, possibly then.
Or he brought a brick with him. And he's put a brick on the accelerator so that he can lower himself.
Yeah, but
so hang on.
It'd be constantly revving if the brick was on there. Are Bentleys capable of this kind of torture?
It's probably, but I'm just thinking of anybody who came upon this scene. This lovely old Bentley bouncing off the limiter with a man riding this gear stick inside.
Also, so I'm not a car person, so I don't really know the technicalities. But if the engine did rev hard, would it shake the rod inside him?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's an old car. They do that. My MGB used to do that.
Okay.
Not shake inside you.
We should have known.
It used to shake when you used to rev it in neutral. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Right.
But I am not aerobatic or gymnastic enough to fit the gear stick up my arse in an MG. They are tiny.
I bet they are.
The cars, not the gear stick.
Alright. Saying that, I think I've spotted a continuity error.
Oh.
So one of the last paragraphs, there's a line here. He rode hard, angling in best as he could in close quarters to hit his prostate. Pre-cum dripping down his cock and lube dripping down the gear stick.
God, where did the lube come
I don't
from?
remember any lube showing up.
That's some description.
Where did the lube come
I
from?
don't know,
Yeah.
maybe it corrupted his arse like it did the Freddie Mercury CDs. Who knows? But they knew it when they saw like it was a scenic pull-up anyways.
Yeah, that's it. It is the absolute fucking worst. It's I had to clear sour milk out of a car once.
Oh.
As part of my sort of apprenticeship because nobody else would do it. What happened
Was this a hazing ritual or something?
It probably
Like they poured the sour milk in and it's alright, next gotta do it.
it
No,
probably
the
was. I
professionals
mean,
didn't want to do it.
it was an absolute shit tip of a convertible which came in, and the owner had been complaining of a funny smell. So when we got down to it, we found the carpets were wet, and what had happened was she'd brought home some milk from the shops like a month previously or something like that. The bottle had somehow fallen under the boot carpet, had split, and it had filled up the spare wheel well with milk. And that's what I had to clean out. There was like a litre of milk in the spare wheel well, filling up the spare wheel. So of course all that had to come out and be jet washed and stuff. It was awful.
Nice. Icing the driver's seat and floorboard. Sorry.
Icing the drivers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
some description.
Oh, that's
that's
well
grim.
done on the vocabulary.
Yeah,
but
I don't want donuts again.
It's honestly that's pretty much the grimmest part of this fic.
Yeah. Oh God.
I mean,
Anyway, he was nice. Even though he's a demon, he cares about his car and he cleaned it. Thank God. With a snap, with demon magic.
Yeah, with a snap of his fingers. I'd love to be able to do that. Click my fingers, my car's clean.
That'd be nice.
Well, it's actually, we can do that. You've just got to go to one of the hand car washes and hand them 20 quid.
That's... Yeah, but saying that, if you went to a hand car
Then
wash
judge your
with
icing.
with your driver's seat iced,
Yeah.
I don't think you'd be allowed back.
Yeah, that's probably true.
You'd have to pay them a bit more than 20, I think.
I'm just going to pay you to spooge out my car.
Here's 20 for the job and here's 30 for the smeg.
Probably add a few zeros to that, to be fair.
God.
But
It's that's it. It is the absolute fucking worst. It's I had to clear sour milk out of a car once. As part of my sort of apprenticeship because nobody else would do it. What happened
was this a hazing ritual or something?
It probably
Like they poured the sour milk in and it's alright, next gotta do it.
it probably was. I
Professionals
mean,
didn't want to do it.
it was an absolute shit tip of a convertible which came in, and the owner had been complaining of a funny smell. So when we got down to it, we found the carpets were wet, and what had happened was she'd brought home some milk from the shops like a month previously or something like that. The bottle had somehow fallen under the boot carpet, had split, and it had filled up the spare wheel well with milk. And that's what I had to clean out. There was like a litre of milk in the spare wheel well, filling up the spare wheel. So of course all that had to come out and be jet washed and stuff. It was awful.
Either way,
So yeah.
one last thing. Aziraphale, he's gone home, right? He never met up with Aziraphale after all that. Like, imagine Aziraphale's just sitting there with like tea and crumpets going, where the fuck's Crowley? He's just masturbating in an alleyway around the corner and then he drives home again, you know?
I can see Aziraphale being okay with this. He strikes me as the type to go, oh, well, more cakes for me, and then just continues stuffing his face.
No. No.
Chapter two of this fic deals with Crowley like driving the Bentley at speed through London because he's totally, absolutely forgotten that he's got this sort of thing with a Xerophil going on.
God, probably. Though there is no chapter 2, I see. This is a short one.
Yeah.
This is a one shot.
You don't need a second chapter when you've won awards.
So yeah, this is the first award-winning fic we've covered in this. And do you think it lives up to being an award-winning fic, Grace?
I think...
Out of everything we've read so far?
I think as it goes, it's ridiculous, and I'm sure... maybe I'm not an expert, maybe I should... I don't know, just go with the fact it's award-winning as my answer.
Okay, I'll turn to our expert on car sex. Nick, do you think this is award-winning?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't really matter what I think about it because it says at the top, this won an award.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. That's true. And we're not able to take awards away from people. Nor would I, because I think this is quite well done.
Yeah, I mean, it's very good at what it does. I prefer to drive and maintain my cars rather than have sex with them, but it's totally up to the individual. If you want to do that, then that's fine. Just don't expect me to buy my car off you when you're done with it.
That's a rare thing from you, because you will buy most cars.
Yes. I'm on my 28th in 8 years of driving, I think.
Nick, I don't know if you'll mind me revealing this, but you are 27.
Yes.
So you have owned one more car than you have years alive.
Yes, I have.
Oh dear.
I'd just get bored and then sell it and buy something else with the money.
Yeah, that's fine. So, Grace, how do you rate this? Do you think it fits the canon much? Or
honestly, I think it's more believable than your feeder one.
Yeah, I'd agree to that.
Yeah.
I honestly, demons being
They didn't call
demons, I think that sounds like a sort of thing a demon would do. It's
they didn't call demon magic miracles either,
No.
so they get bonus points for that.
Yeah, I think as it goes, it's quite believable. They've clearly done their research, I guess, into the lore and everything. As little research as there
So,
was.
out of 5, what do you reckon?
I think I'll give it a 4. I don't know.
Okay, yeah,
I mean,
strong.
Maybe I'm a tough critic. It's unlikely I'm going to give anything a 5. Because I think for 5 I'd actually have to enjoy it myself and take it up as a hobby.
Oh no. If you like it or not is a separate metric.
Oh, well, hang on, what was the question?
Does it fit the canon?
Oh, does it fit the canon? Yeah, it does. I'd say so.
Did you find it romantic or sexy?
Interesting question. Not
Out of 5.
romantic, and probably not sexy either. But I'm sure to some it would be.
I mean, so far I've not seen anyone say they really liked
I
it.
reckon if I was a car fanatic who was into Bentleys, I would complain that there wasn't maybe enough description on the car.
Yes, somebody had to say it.
What?
And it wasn't me.
I was going to say, maybe we should ask Nick what his thoughts are. Did you find it sexy, romantic?
Not particularly, but then again, with a lot of these fics, it's they're not really meant for us. They're meant for people who are sort of into that sort of thing.
That's true. Though the author himself is not into this sort of thing, by the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, I suppose you can still write things for people who are into things.
Yeah,
like doing commissions for artwork and stuff like that.
I'd say that it shows through in the author's work that he's not as interested in the car as someone who would be.
Yeah, that's it. Because, of course, if it was written by, say, me, then you'd know the capacity of the engine, how many gears it had, what the seats were made out of, what colour it was, what ratio the differential was, etc., etc., etc.
That's very true.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So, How weird did you find it, Grace? Were you disturbed at all by...
I'm disturbed by
fic?
everything we read on here.
Really?
Just
Everything?
slightly. Just to various
Oh.
degrees of just God, why. Yeah.
Well, I've got something wholesome for you next, so it's... Maybe not.
Are you sure?
But-
Are you lying to me?
I might be lying to you.
Oh,
We'll
what
find
if-
out next episode.
Oh my god. Oh no.
But out of 5, did you find it? With 5 being the Brown Ascension and 0 being actual Harry Potter.
Oh, you can't say that on Tumblr.
I like those metrics.
Fine. With 5 being the Brown Ascension, with 0 being the Very Hungry Caterpillar.
You leave the hungry caterpillar alone. Like, that was a classic.
Yeah, but it wasn't weird. It was like a normal book. Normal things happen.
Yeah, a caterpillar eats things and then turns into a butterfly.
I'm pretty sure he
Yeah.
ate
Yeah.
some weird shit as well. Like, he didn't just eat fruit.
Fine. You think of a normal book.
A normal book.
Like, a normal fine. 0 is the dictionary,
Yeah.
and 5 is the Brown Ascension for weirdness. There you go.
Okay,
Yes.
nice.
Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Good. So how do you rate this?
I can't believe you're using the Brown Ascension, though. Like, oh.
It's a 5. That's absolutely a 5. I loved it, but it's a 5.
I hate that Brown Ascension so much. Every time you mention that fucking fanfiction, I'm just triggered all
So
over
if
again.
the author is listening, please finish the Brown Ascension.
Don't, because I have.
need to know.
It's too awkward going to the toilet.
I need. Okay. Fair.
I
It's
can't.
honestly,
I can't look at my U-bend the same way.
for our first episode, we struck gold with that
Yeah,
one.
we did.
We struck brown-coloured gold.
So how weird did you find it, Grace, for the 5th
Not
time?
that weird. It's just a guy
Okay.
ramming himself with his gear stick. People are horrible, and I know this, so I don't find it weird because I hate people.
If you were going to metricize it from 1 to 5, like I've been trying to get you to know.
How can you put a number on this bullshit?
Oh my!
Honest.
I'll put 3. 3. I'm saying 3.
Okay, thank
There
you.
we go. After what? After 7 episodes, you'd think that you'd know how this works by now.
This is episode
Look.
9.
As any statistician will tell you, having a 1 to 5 fucking questionnaire is terrible because it's so subjective.
Why are you telling this us now?
Grace, so
9
many stats
episodes
you'd
in.
like at scales.
9
Yeah,
episodes
it doesn't-
in,
fairly
we know this
decent.
doesn't
now.
mean they're good.
They're one of the best options we have.
They're the most boring. I mean, yeah, sure, we're gonna do it because we're not professionals, but you know.
This isn't a stats podcast, and if it was, I wouldn't turn to you for stats advice.
I don't expect you to. I'm shit with stats, but even
God.
I know those stats are bullshit.
We're not a scientific show. Final question, and this one isn't a Likert scale. If you like this, this is a binary
Okay,
choice.
nice.
Did you like it?
No. Now stop talking to me.
Fair
Over.
enough.
End. Cut.
Nick, did you like it?
You what?
Did you like this fic, Nick?
Well, it was well written, but it's not my thing. As I would like
Okay.
to state, for the record,
It needed more car,
as I
is
have
what you're
done,
saying.
as I have done multiple times this podcast, I would just like to state for the record that although I like cars, I don't like them that much.
You protest too much, Nick.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Like, he keeps saying this, and we're like, yeah, okay, we get it. And then we're like, but does he?
Yeah, I don't buy it. For that, I think we'll leave it there for today. We have 4 more fics to read from Good Omens, so we shall carry on this series, and then we'll find something new to read after that.
Yes.
So, thank you for listening. If you have any other suggestions, you can write into us at thefanshippingforecast@gmail.com.
If you want us to stop, just type stop.
We can't guarantee we'll listen. We'll see.
As much as Grace would like
But-
us to.